Hi guys. Welcome back, this is the Movie Caps. Today I will show you a crime drama movie from 1997, titled, Donnie Brasco. Spoilers ahead. Watch out and take care. In 1978, an undercover FBI agent, Joe Pistone, is given a mission to expose local mafia. With his cover name Donnie Brasco, he visits a local bar, where he introduces himself as a jewel thief, and meets with a gang member Lefty Ruggiero. As Lefty asks his help to sell a diamond ring he got from a strip club owner, Donnie reveals it's fake. After listening to his claim, Lefty argues with him, and takes him to the club, where he demands explanation from the owner. Donnie steps up and tortures the owner, hence making him confess and forcing him to return Lefty's Porsche, which he had taken as payment. As Donnie wins his admiration, Lefty takes him to his gang, and introduces him to his crime family including Paulie, Nicky, and Sonny Black among others. In his initial meeting with Lefty, Donnie also learns that despite his position in the gang, he can hardly make ends meet, as he often requests him for money. After changing his appearance to blend in, Donnie gets close to Lefty, and spends a lot of time at his house. Upon Lefty's question about his background, he tells him that there is no one in his family, and he spent most of his life at an orphanage. Lefty decides to take him under his wing, and asks him to be careful, as from now on, Lefty will be considered responsible for his actions. After having dinner with Lefty, Donnie returns home, where his wife argues with him for not being there with his family due to his job. After spending some time with his family while trying to make it up to them, he is again asked to report back to work. Upon returning, Lefty tells him about the death of their boss Robert, and informs Sonny Black will be taking his place. Later Lefty meets Sonny, who offers him to work for him. Lefty accepts his invitation, but later shares his frustration with Donnie, as he thinks he should have been the leader instead of Sonny. Fed up by the situation, and thinking his lifelong services are not taking him anywhere, he also expresses his wish to leave this life, and move somewhere else to start over, but knows it's impossible, as he does not have enough resources. Meanwhile, the gang under the supervision of Sonny, keeps on expanding their criminal activities, including multiple hijackings and target killings, while keeping their differences from the rival crew, headed by Sonny Red. Donnie keeps on gathering information, by recording their conversations through wiretap. In his next meeting with the handler, Donnie is introduced to another agent Steve, who requests him to incorporate a Miami-based agent, Richie, in his group, knowing that as per the gang's rule, if he introduces someone in the group, he will be considered responsible for his actions. Donnie initially refuses to vouch for Richie, but later agrees to do it as per the given instructions. To make it possible, Donnie tries to convince Sonny Black to expand his businesses to Florida. Lefty disagrees with the plan, and scolds Donnie for sharing it with Sonny, but Donnie convinces him, by saying a friend of his needs a partner for his bar in Florida. Upon arriving in Florida, as the gang members settle into the new place, Lefty and Donnie visit Richie at his bar. Donnie asks Lefty to think about partnering with Richie, but refuses to vouch for him, as he does not want to get any blame on his shoulders. After checking out the club, Lefty thinks he and Donnie should take over and run the place as their own, because Lefty plans to shift to Miami, while restricting Sonny Black to Brooklyn. Donnie does not agree with his plan, but Lefty insists on doing it, as he feels his efforts are not being paid well enough in Brooklyn. As Donnie agrees, he asks him to arrange a yacht, so they can throw a party for the local mob boss, Trafficante, and ask him for permission to relocate. While reporting back to the agency, Donnie asks his handler to arrange a boat for him, but they refuse to do it for financial reasons, which upsets Donnie, and he argues with the team for not cooperating with him. As Lefty frequently asks about Sonny's plan to go back to New York, he suspects Lefty is thinking of another plan, but won't share it with him. Sonny later corners Donnie, and asks him about Lefty's purpose behind sending him back, but Donnie refuses to answer, because he does not want to deceive him. Sonny gets angry with him, and warns him to obey his commands if he wants to avoid any consequences, but Donnie remains firm on his stance, and does not reveal anything to him. As Donnie and Lefty plan on calling Richie, about discussing their partnership, Sonny keeps a close eye on them to keep track of their next move. Donnie again meets with the agents, who assures to arrange a boat for him, and he tells Lefty about it. After making arrangements for a yacht party, Lefty invites the mob boss Trafficante, but gets upset as he asks for Sonny Black instead. As Sonny, along with his team, joins them and boards the yacht, he confesses about knowing Lefty's plan to partner with Richie's club. After seeing Sonny Black bonding with Trafficante, Lefty thinks he will be left behind once again, and Sonny will surpass him, just like he did after Robert's death. Lefty argues with Donnie for informing him about the deal, but he denies doing it. At the boat, Sonny informs Donnie about his plans to expand his business to Florida, and asks him to represent him by running the King's Court. As Donnie accepts the offer, he introduces him to his crew members, which further angers Lefty. Donnie continues to make his way into the gang, but it compromises his family life, as his daughters get upset over his long periods of absence. Maggie gets frustrated over the situation and asks for a divorce, as she is not satisfied with his job, and thinks he does not spend enough time with the family. After coming back from the house, he is informed about Lefty's son, who merely escapes death after getting an overdose. As he visits Lefty in the hospital, he expresses his anger with him for working with Sonny, and asks him to go back to Florida, but Donnie insists on staying. Lefty, who has developed a close bond with Donnie, shares his worries about his son's life, while Donnie assures him of his support in this difficult time. Back in Florida, Sonny and his crew members celebrate his success as he takes over the club. He renovates the place, and plans a grand opening to introduce the club to the locals. On opening night, Sonny hands over a bag full of money to Donnie, and asks him to hide it in the car. Donnie obeys his instructions, but soon after, the club is raided by the local police, upon information provided by Trafficante and Sonny Red, because they did not want Sonny Black to get a stronghold in the city. The police destroy the entire place and confiscate all the money, while arresting all the gang members present on the spot. In the lockup, Sonny questions Donnie about the bag, but Donnie hides the truth, and tells the police took it as well. Sonny gets angry over the situation, and regrets his decision of moving to Florida. As the police had all the information about the club, Lefty gets suspicious, and thinks someone in the gang must have leaked it to them. Sonny agrees with him, and intends to find the snitch to punish him, and set an example for the other members. Donnie gets alarmed to hear about their plan, but keeps up his appearance to be out of their doubt. Upon returning to New York, Sonny Black starts investigating who informed the police about them. Meanwhile, he finds out about Nicky, who made a drug deal without letting him know, and decides to take him down as well. The crew is called upon for a meeting with Sonny Red, who plans to kill Sonny Black and his team members. At the meeting spot, Sonny Black, who has already anticipated their move, sets up a trap and shoots Sonny Red and his team. Donnie, who was asked to stay outside, is called in to dispose off their bodies, while Lefty shoots Nicky as well on Sonny's orders. In the car, Lefty tells him they did it because of what happened in Florida. Donnie scolds him for killing his partner Nicky, and reveals they did not do anything, but it was all Richie's mistake, because he did not pay the cops up front. Donnie yells at him for betraying his partner, but he tells he had no choice but to follow Sonny's orders, as he is the boss. Meanwhile, two officers arrive at Donnie's house, and inform Maggie that they lost contact with him 3 weeks ago, and have no information about his current location. They suspect a change in his behavior, and think he might have gone a little too far with his cover, and is now siding with the mafia. They ask her to help them get him back, but she refuses to do it, as she thinks the FBI used him for their purpose, but his efforts are not being paid enough. Back in Brooklyn, Lefty tells Donnie that he needs to find and kill Sonny Red's son Bruno, to become an official member of the gang. After some time, Donnie comes back to his house, and starts looking for the bag of money. As he has spent a lot of time with criminals, it reflects in his behavior, and he slaps Maggie when she tries to question him about the money. He quickly regrets his action, and tells her that he is doing it for Lefty, who vouched for him and can be killed any time, if the gang finds out about him. Donnie and Lefty plan to go out on a boat to kill Bruno, but the FBI finds out about it. Before going there, they have another discussion. Donnie asks if Lefty still wants to leave this life and move away. He encourages him to do it, and even tries to give him the bag of money, but Lefty refuses the offer. Lefty also reveals knowing that the boat Donnie arranged was a federal boat, so he thinks Donnie is an undercover cop, but he denies it. He threatens to kill himself if Donnie is the rat who is leaking information, but Donnie assures he is loyal to him. They get out of the car to kill Bruno, but the FBI raids the place and arrests both of them, while the mission is terminated. Donnie's handlers visit Sonny Black, and inform him about Donnie's real identity as an FBI agent. Knowing he might get killed for introducing Donnie to the group, Lefty leaves his stuff at the house before his next meeting with Sonny, and asks his wife to inform Donnie if it was going to be anyone, He is glad it was him. A secret ceremony is held, where the FBI admires his efforts in the mission, and presents him with a medal and $500 check. Donnie feels sad, but Maggie asks him to return home as it's over now. It is indicated that Donnie's information proved to be crucial, as it led to 200 indictments, and over 100 convictions. Donnie now lives with his family in an undisclosed location, while there is still a $500,000 open contract over his head. To watch more videos like this, subscribe to the channel. And be sure to click the bell icon so you can get our latest videos on time. So stay connected with the movie caps. Thanks for watching.